Hello everyone, welcome to my online geography class KSK Geography. Here I am to discuss one of the important chapters for your ICSE Geography, that is manufacturing industry. And there's one good news for you. You don't need to work so much for this chapter. Why? Because you have already done the chapters that is agriculture and mineral and energy resource. And if you have done those two chapters, so this chapter it will become much more easy. Why? Because for this chapter, whatever information you require, right, maximum information you already gather from the agriculture and mineral and energy resource chapter. So this chapter is going to be easy for you. So without wasting any time, so let's start the topic, that is manufacturing industry. And as I always said, before starting any chapters, the first things you have to do, that is the scope of syllabus that you need to know, means what are the things you need to study, where you need to focus. So here you can see the whole chapters divided under three categories. So what are the things you need to study? Importance and classification of industry, and next agro-based industry. Under agro-based industry, you need to know about sugar, textile. Under textile there will be two, that is a cotton and silk. And mineral-based industry. Under mineral-based industry, you need to know iron and steel industry, but you don't need to know all the iron and steel industry of India. You need to focus on Tata Steel, Rourkela, Bhilai and Visakhapatnam. Those are the four main iron and steel industry of India. You need to know about those industry only. Along with that, you need to know petrochemical and electronic sectors. The petrochemical industry as well as the electronic sectors of India. So that's it from the chapters. Now, today's video will discuss about the importance of industry. Means here you need to focus what is industry and that what are the importance and significance of industry for the country like India. So let's start the topic, what is industry. So first things you need to know that people for surviving on the planet, they are doing many more type of activities, right? So all those activities are grouped under different categories. So what are those activities called? Those are called the primary activity, secondary activity, tertiary activity and quaternary activity So what are those activities? Remember, the people are doing such activity, through that they are obtaining the resource straight away from the nature, like agricultural activity, like fishing, like hunting, like gathering. Those activity people are going straight away from the nature, they are obtaining the resource. Those are called the primary activity. Now, what is secondary activity? Secondary activity means where people will use the raw material. Which raw material they will use? That they are getting from the nature straight away, and then those raw materials they will polish it, they will make it fine product for better use. As a result, longevity and the productivity of the product it will enhance. So that time it will be called secondary activity. Tertiary activity we will discuss when we will study the chapter transportation. So there we will discuss about the tertiary activity and quaternary activity, right? So those are the activities are there. So secondary activity, what they are saying? Secondary activity, they are using the raw materials that they are getting from the agriculture as well as mining. So from mining and agriculture, whatever product or output they are getting, so that they are polishing it for better use, and that time that process of polishing or making it the better product or fine product, that whole process is called industry. So industry, group of productive enterprise or organization that produce or supply goods, service or sources of income. Those all the activity together is called industry. Now let's talk about the importance of industry. Industry played a very important role for the country's development. Why? Because agriculture or mining, all those activity, it depends somehow by the nature. It controlled by the nature. It required certain condition and certain advantages to get those resources. For industry, the human, they can manipulate. How? Because the setup or the infrastructure they have to create, and from there they will be able to get the output. So that's why it's having some advantage. And one more thing you must have observed, all the developed countries, their economy mainly based on the industry activity. Because there will be control production. How much product we want to produce, if we will put more input, we will be able to get more output. So in that way, that things it will be controlled. And it will be not controlled or dominated by the environment or by the nature much more. So here you can see the importance of industries, how much product or output you will get in the industry. So that much national income it will increase. So contribution in national income, provide job opportunities in small piece of land. The many more workers they can be involved and they can work and they can gain money or they can earn money, right? So it will provide job opportunity much more. What it will be not possible with the small size agricultural land, right? In industry, the more workers it will be required, in the limited land or limited space. Next, export income. When you will produce such product and then as per the demand we can supply to the other country, and from there we will be able to earn the foreign currency. So that it will help to increase the country's GDP also. Balanced economic development, that is very, very important. What is balanced economic development? As I said, mine fields we cannot set up in different places. There should be mineral and that it will be naturally. But agricultural land somehow we can control, but maximum time it will be dominated by the nature. Is required fertile agricultural land, is required the supply of water, the climatic conditions, particular time rainfall, right? So all those conditions are required. But all the place don't have that facilities. Few parts of India it's having the fertile agricultural land like Gangetic Plains. Now in the Gangetic Plain areas we can do the agricultural activities and we can get more production. But what about those places where the fertile agricultural lands are not there? So obviously that place is going to be economical backward. So how we can develop the overall India? So those areas where the natural facilities are not there so much, if in those areas we'll set up the industry so that it will help the people, local people there to survive, and it will help in the country's GDP also. So that area also will get equal chance to grow along with the rest of the country, right? So those barren land or harsh topography or harsh climatic condition area we can set up the industry easily, because the infrastructure we can set up as per our needs, and then permanently we will be able to get the solution that area also there will be chance to, or they will get the scope to get better economic condition, right? So next one, modernization of agriculture. India is agricultural based country, but if it will not get help from the industry, agriculture alone, it will be not possible to grow. Why? Because for agricultural activities, you require many more industrial products, like different type of machineries, the fertilizer, insecticides, all those things required. Even for the irrigation system, you need to develop the pump machines, you need to set up the pipelines, all those products it will come from the industry sectors. So in that way, industry it will help for the development of agriculture, right? Strengthen the economical structure, as I already mentioned. So economical structure, it will be strengthened more with industry. Why? Because there will be control production, right? So it does not matter if it is raining outside or not. Under closed condition, we can continue with the production, right? And that also we can determine as per our needs. If we require more production, we have to input more raw materials, more labor, more machinery. We will be able to get more production. And if you want to control the production to maintain the demand and supply ratio in the market, so in that time we can control the production also, slow down the production also. Next one, change in social structure. That is very, very important. When in industry many more people will come together and they will work together, so in that time the social disparity between the people, it will dissolve. People will start to live together as a unit. So that's why the whatever social untouchability or problems are there in between the ethnic groups and all, so that it will be resolved. So those are the importance of industry. Now we need to know about why it is required for country like India. India is predominantly dominated by the agricultural activities. But problem is there that for agricultural activity, we don't require so many laborers, right? Manpower is don't require. And nowadays with modern machineries and technology, we don't require labor in such large number. So in that way that there will be chance of jobless people, it will become more in the society. So for industry, it will help those people to get the job opportunities, right? And rapid industrialization provides support and strength to our agricultural base also. Industries produce goods and equipment required for the defense of our country, right? So for that, although India is an agricultural based country, due to the diverse climatic conditions and different type of soil presence all over the place in India, but industry played a very important role for the overall development of our country. That's it for today. In next class, we will discuss about the classification of industries. It means different type of industries. For that, don't forget to subscribe my channel and also keep liking my channel, keep liking my videos and share with your friends. Thank you very much for watching and I will meet you soon in the next video.